I replaced it.
Please, everybody,
Yes, sir.
I made my ruling. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are gonna have to figure it out. Amy Lawrence versus Greg's Auto Service, 2600529. So today is the date scheduled for a small claims hearing. I'm gonna ask you both to raise your right hand. Okay, so tell me what you're saying. Car repairs, misrepresentation of ownership. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, Your Honor, if I can, because I am very nervous, I kind of prepared myself a little thing here, so I didn't get sidetracked in any way. I'll just like start at the beginning. I found my car on July 6th. I drove out on July 9th and I paid cash for my car. I purchased it at EHE Recycling in Marine City. And I drove out and I paid cash for this car that day. When I got home, the engine light come on. So I took it to Greg's Auto here on West Road. I've had my car done there many times in the past with a few older gentlemen that owned the shop, I believed. Anyways, they found a bunch of codes pop up. I had to pay $241 that day just to find out basically what was wrong with the car. So then I took it back and I worked with the gentleman there and they told me I needed a whole new engine. So
Greg's did.
this was October 7th.
Yeah, but his people told you.
Yes, Greg's Auto. I took it to Greg's Auto and I put down a deposit that day of $3,000 for the new engine. Well, he proceeded to take my car for whatever reason out to Fastlane Auto Center in Redford, Michigan. I had no knowledge my car was out there until I went inquiring to pay the bill to pick up my car. So I go to Fastlane Auto, I pick up my car, and I get, I think it was Sibley Road in 275, and my car completely died. A tow truck had to come and get it. So they took me back to Fastlane Auto, and apparently now a faulty turbo blew my whole brand new engine. So at this point, I'm on the side of the road, like just flabbergasted and curious to say the least. So I take my car back out there. I waited, I believe it was, I want to say almost 7-8 weeks. And he tells me, well, I'm going to do you a solid. We got you a brand new engine from Ford's this time. I have the receipt. Everything's great. I'm like, awesome. So I'm stoked at this point. Get my car home. I'm trying to recoup money, figure out what happened. How did I somehow have to go through 2 engines, wait this whole time? I've never once been able to speak with the same gentleman. Just this.
So this was Greg's that told you we're gonna get a new engine from Ford.
By this time, whoever the person was that I paid at Greg's Auto, they took my car on themselves out to Redford.
The fast lane.
Yes.
And then you got the car back, but then you had it
Well,
installed.
at this point, they're telling me, well, now the car's out there, it's on them. And I'm like, well, wait, I
Wait a minute, you drove the Sibley in 275, right?
Yes, I
Your
tried.
car-
to
your
home
car
as fast as I
died.
could.
Your car died.
Yes.
So I guess who was telling you now we're gonna get the engine from Ford? Was it Greg's?
Well,
or-
they had no choice because what happened, and if you let me just tell you a little bit here, sir. I believe the first engine, quote unquote, that they say went in my car never did. I believe they tried to swap out a turbo and it blew the so-called new engine that they had me believing I had got.
From Fastlane.
Right, well, because that happened on the freeway before I even made it home, they picked up my vehicle with a stretcher, had to take it back to Fastlane. So at this point, I believe they're scrambling because I'd already been asking for a receipt several times for this new engine, Jasper engine that nobody could track down. So I'm past this, I'm stewing on my car, I'm like, I'm in $6,000 already with these people, what am I gonna do? Getting pointed fingers, that's what's going on. So at this point, I'm scared.
Well, you were in $6,000 because you paid $3,000 for the
I
car.
paid $3,000 and I owed a balance.
And then you were gonna get the engine for $3,000, right?
No, the engine total, sir, was, the engine total was going to be $5,589. And I put down $3,000 that day.
With Greg's.
Yes.
So now you got 6,000 into the car and you're still gonna owe 2589. Okay, so then you get the car. Wait a minute, let me just, I want to make sure I'm understanding though. You picked up the car from Fastlane,
Yes.
you take it back.
This was supposedly with the first engine.
I know,
Good to go.
but on Sibley 275, you stall out,
Yeah, it
right?
just.
I know.
Wouldn't do nothing.
I know. And then these guys, Greg's is telling you, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna get a new engine from Ford, right?
So at this point, they're pointing fingers and saying, well, now you've got to deal with Fastlane because that's where the engine was done. So I was going back and forth with both shops. I'm like, well, I paid you guys. I have a receipt. It's not my fault. Whoever was
To
there.
Greg's.
Yes. it's
Why'd
not-
you take it out to Fastlane?
Your Honor, this has nothing to do with me. I'm a new owner at Greg's Auto, and I have all the papers from the state of Michigan, Laura, and everything. And I told Miss Amy, I'm a new owner, and I told her to take them to court,
They're next.
to take them to court. I'm Greg's Auto Service. It says it on her receipt, Greg's Auto Clinic. I'm Greg's Auto Service LLC. Theirs is Greg's Auto Clinic. When they left from Greg's Auto, I changed it to Greg's Auto Service LLC, so I'm a whole new different facility. I have my state tax ID, Michigan ID, all of them, and I started on 11/19 is when I did all the papers, and I have them here.
1119 and 25?
2024, and the first day I started was 12/1. Her paper says
12/1 of 24.
2024. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there. And I didn't take the money from her. And like I told Miss Amy, these guys are they're scam artists. And whatever they did for them, they have many shops. And I told her, and when she came in, I told her that the girl that was working here at the shop, Brittany, she talked to her and she said they moved to Fastlane and this is their second location. They have many shops and oil changes. And we told her to go there and see. I didn't take money from her. I never got paid. I didn't even touch her car.
So Brittany works for you now,
No,
but Brittany worked for them.
for them, they're her first cousins. And she's the one that she gave the money from me, Miss Amy?
No, whoever, the guy said his name was Sam. He was
Sam.
the
Sam
owner.
is the owner. They're Sam and Ala, Alaa, Hamani. I have the receipts and the names of Ala Talib. That's the name of the technician, which is the owner that worked on her car because it's still in my system. I have nothing to do with.
If I could just know a little further on, because we're actually kind of even past this part, to be honest. I mean, we're gonna stew on the wrong egg.
Well, wait a minute though, but he raises a point. How do you have liability against his company?
Well, because the only receipt I have for the engine is from his company.
Not from my company.
They took it out to this fast lane without my knowledge or permission at all.
Hang on a second.
It's Greg's Auto Clinic, Miss Amy. I'm Greg's Auto
Like,
Service.
so it's just a genie and I'm stuck standing.
Wait a minute, wait a
I
minute,
don't understand
wait a
this.
minute, slow down. Slow down, don't start losing your cool now. When did you give them the check?
I gave them $3,000 cash on October 7th of 2024. And then they took my car to Fastlane. Fastlane did whatever they did. and
I know, but
replaced
he
the
didn't even
engine.
own the place then.
And I'm supposed to do what with it?
Have you ever seen him before?
Only after when I came a month later to speak to Sam and he was already gone.
You
But
talk-
my receipt from 30 days prior says I just gave them all this money for an engine.
Have you talked to a lawyer about this?
I have, and I already actually took EHE to court and I won a judgment against them for $1,100.
Who's EHG?
That's where I purchased my car. Because I was able to prove to that judge that whether he sold me the car with a faulty engine or faulty turbo was on me to prove. And because I'd already been told it needed a new engine, the judge did believe me, he granted me the $1,100 for the turbo. He said, Miss Lawrence, if I were you, I would proceed and just, the only receipt I have for this engine is for Greg's Auto. And the hard part is like, they took it out to fast lane on their own. And then once all this.
He didn't own the place then.
But no, but neither shop, they're both doing this, neither one of them can see me even find. Like, the person responsible, that makes no sense.
Whoever installed the second engine for her, it was fast lane.
Right, and
That's
they said he went back to your shop. I mean, Your Honor, I was so distraught with the situation that I literally started recording phone calls. And that's where I'm at with this. So they did do another engine, they claimed the second engine, which I do have a receipt for from Ford's. However, just this past Christmas, my car started doing the same thing, misfiring, acting up. And I'm
Did you have to pay the balance?
Yes, I did when I picked up the car.
Where'd you pick that up at?
Fast Lane Auto.
Well, but he didn't have anything to do with Fast Lane, ma'am.
They're the ones that took my car out there, sir. I never even gave them.
He didn't own the place.
But somebody there drove my car out there. I never gave anyone permission to drive my car anywhere. They never
You're-
once told me
Ma'am,
that they could not do an.
this guy
engine
didn't
shop.
own it. He didn't own the place then.
You need to bring in the people that owned it at that time, which is, I have one of the guys' name, Sam Hamadi, and the other
And
guy.
you can. He's not an insurance carrier, man. If Fast Lane clearly, it sounds like Fast Lane clearly did the work.
But-
It sounds, let me finish. Let me finish. It sounds like you're shaking your head at me, and I don't know why. It's pretty clear to me. This guy didn't have anything to do with it. The prior owner took the car out you're smiling. Tell me what's so funny about
I
that.
just don't understand how it's, okay, I was told the shop traded hands 5 times in like 2 months. That's absurd. And then when I go and I look at City Hall, they say, no, this place hasn't sold or traded hands since 2024. And then I'm standing there, we're talking about a lot of money here.
Man,
The owner of the building is still the same, Twins Auto.
Then why did my car end up there? Why did it end up at Fast Lane?
You're frustrating at me, and like I told you before.
and I sense that you're frustrating at me too. So,
Your Honor, if you had the time to sit down and listen to all these calls that I probably.
ma'am, I can't give a judgment against somebody who had nothing to do with this. It sounds like to me, from what you're telling me, that the prior owner, whoever that is, also had owned some, what do you call them again? Fast lane. And he had the car taken out the fast lane to have his employees work on. And you tell me if you think I'm wrong about this. He had your car taken out the fast lane without your permission, and he shouldn't have done that. And I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong, but he took it out there to have other employees work on it. They did it. The car was apparently not properly worked upon, or whatever you want to say. They didn't put another engine in. Your car stalls. You come back. Now they've done the work. They got Ford involved. You paid the balance. But I don't see how this guy had anything to do with it. He didn't buy the place until 11/19, and he started December 1, and all this took place before then, right?
My only question to that aspect, Your Honor, is how is my receipt then, say 3 years or 100,000-mile warranty? If the shop's gonna trade hands 15 times in 1 year, where does the warranty apply to? Because not to Ford's. I just took it to Ford's for $950 for plugs. They say it shouldn't even need if the engine was brand new. Ford's told me right here, their printout, they put a new engine in my car the second time around, supposedly the second time around, but then they put the old plugs back on, which they don't understand why they do that, because the whole engine I paid for comes with all of that.
Do you have the agreement, the purchase agreement between you and the prior owner?
Yes,
Can I see it, please?
of course, Your Honor. You go. Yes.
I'm curious why you brought that.
Because I don't believe that's something that has to do with, and I told her many times, and she called.
No, this is just the Department of Licensing. I'm asking if you, no. You bought you guys didn't just have a handshake.
Yeah, of course. We did it at a lawyer's office.
Right.
I bought the name and I changed it to Greg's Auto Service.
Well, I want to see the agreement that you executed between you and the prior owner.
That's all the info that I have from the LLC and
No,
law.
from your prior owner. You guys entered into an agreement, right? I
I
want you to listen to what I'm telling you now. When you bought this place from whoever the principal was of Greg's,
yes, sir.
you entered into an agreement. You guys didn't just shake hands and
No,
say,
we did it at a lawyer's office.
right, where's that agreement at?
Didn't bring it with
I
me.
would like to have you bring that back. This is interesting. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I think that you're making a mistake by not adding the other company, ma'am.
Just ask something real quick on that, only because you guys are already touching on that particular subject, and Hannah and I haven't actually spoke about this on the phone. Let's say, there's other angry customers besides myself, and this person had a whole parade of just angry customers out front. All of those angry people, there's nowhere to chase down. I mean, I just bought my car last week, and then it's all new owners and all new people, all new faces. All those people are just out of luck.
I want to see the agreement. I want you to consider suing whoever the principal was of the prior company.
And that was my next step, Your Honor. However, my question to you then becomes, how am I going to proceed with this next step with Fastlane if my receipt for the engine I paid for says Greg's Auto?
Does it say Greg's Auto or Greg's Auto Clinic?
That's Greg's Auto Clinic.
Right. Why don't, if you're essentially, look, I shouldn't be the one giving you advice. Go talk to a lawyer, but the lawyer might tell you that if there's fraud involved, you can pierce the corporate veil and that you could sue the guy individually that owned the prior place. But you go talk to the lawyer. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
My aspect of it just becomes the warranty.
I know. I get it. You've said that to me and I understand what you're saying. I want the agreement from you. You need to talk to a lawyer and you need to consider adding this new party. Let's adjourn this for 3 weeks. That should give you enough time to go talk to a lawyer for you to get your agreement together. If you can send it to her and send it to me through the court portal beforehand, it will be helpful. I can read it. In the meantime, you need to go talk to somebody.
I've even.
Okay, slow down.
I want to chase the proper person. I just.
Go talk to
the
him.
receipts I have.
Go talk to a lawyer. He didn't own the place then, though. But I'm gonna be curious. Well, there's some other things. Give me 4 weeks out, Jennifer.
April
do
21st, Your Honor. It's a Tuesday.
His owner's selling businesses. He's gotta be on paper somewhere. There's a trail. Like he's collecting money, he's collecting taxes.
You need to go talk to somebody. April 21 at what time?
10:30.
At 10:30. Okay? And we'll handle it then. And if you can get me the agreement and get her the agreement between now and then, I mean, I'm not unsympathetic, but I can't just start. Sympathies are not gonna.
I understand that, Your Honor. I'm just chasing the only paper trail that I have.
Well, you have a paper trail to Fastlane, right?
Right, but
I
the
mean-
engine receipt is from this Greg's Auto Clinic, and now I guess I'm gonna have to do what you said and just leave here and speak to an attorney.
I think that's what I would do.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I don't know. Did that place change names several times?
Things. It's been there for over 30 years.
Greg's Autos, yeah, it's been there for a long time, for sure.
And I know that, I knew the previous, so.
I believe there was a guy, his name's Kurt.
There's all kinds of crooks out there now, right? I mean,
Scared to even own it. I mean, you're better off owning a Flintstone car these days.
have a great day. I'll see you guys here. Go talk to somebody. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Amy Lawrence versus Greg's Auto Service. 2600529. You provided your name,
Henry Murad.
your name. I'm gonna ask you to both raise your right hand again. All right, I got some questions for you. You brought me this guarantee, this is over the lease. Was there not a separate business agreement where you purchased assets?
Yeah, I have the purchase agreement here.
Well, why didn't you give me that? That's what I wanted. Can you hand that to my court officer?
That's the purchase agreement that we did. That's the whole front.
No, this is the personal guarantee. This is the only agreement you guys entered into?
Yeah, that's when we did it at the lawyer's office on Ford Road, and that's the papers that we did. And that states the other owners' names and
That you're gonna pay the lease? Did you, who owns the assets now?
the owner of the building, their names is Ali Saad and
Do you know this owner, whoever owned the Greg's Auto Clinic when you bought it?
it says it on the paper, on the second page. Greg's Auto Clinic, that's what
Right.
they own. Yeah, on the second page at the top, it said Hussein Hamadi and some other name, Allah.
Hussein Hamadi and Allah Talib, right?
Yes,
Do you know those guys?
I don't.
Did you know them before you purchased this?
I had no clue about it. Nothing.
How did you get in contact with them to purchase this?
My partner knew that they wanted to sell the business. And so we talked to them, then we found out the building is not theirs. So we went to the owners of the building, we talked to them, and then we did the agreement. And I took over and I changed the name to Greg's Auto Services LLC. They had it as Greg's Auto Clinic at that time.
So everything, the agreement that you entered into, you have no other agreement other than this?
That's the only thing I had.
So who did you contract with the tenants of Greg's Auto Clinic?
Yeah, Twins. They're called Twins Auto Sales. They have a lot of dealerships. So that's the people that I've purchased the business from. That's who I'm renting as of today from them. Twins Auto Sales. Ali and Abdullah Saad. The other people, Your Honor, they were renting also from Ali and Abdullah Saad, the twins.
And now you're renting direct from the twins.
Yes.
And this is the only agreement you have.
That's why I was confused when Greg said they took it to a sister shop in Redford, which Twins Auto does have a dealership in Redford, but this other dealership is
Yeah,
not.
let's talk about what kind of car repairs that you had to have done.
I had a whole engine put in, and
When was that again? Because I don't want you to think I remember much.
no, I know you have a lot of cases, I put the deposit down for my engine on October 7th of 2024. Because then I.
October 7th of
The
24?
whole engine was 55.89.
Wait a minute. You put a deposit for the engine on October 7th of 24?
Right, and then I didn't get it back until.
Wait a minute, slow down. And then how much was that for again? 55?
55.89.
And that was with the predecessors to this gentleman and his company, right?
I assumed it was the same guy working with him. Like I said, I've never dealt with the same mechanic more than once, ever. Throughout this whole process, through any shop.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to take my time on this. I'm sorry. Let's start completely over. I apologize. I didn't write, so you gave him 55.89
Was the cost of the whole engine.
on October 7th of 24.
Correct.
And had the work been performed as of then?
No. They took it out to the other shop in Redford and
On their receipt, it says completed on,
All right, I just want to know.
Yeah.
What other shop? Was this Greg's auto clinic?
yes. And then they took.
And
it
who
out.
was the principal of Greg's Auto Clinic again? Can somebody tell me?
She could,
What do you mean?
who was the
Well,
owner?
that was the predecessor.
Someone named Sam. All he told me was his name was Sam.
Do you know who that was?
I think that's the guy from previous, Hussein Hamadi.
Okay,
Understand that over here.
all right, slow down. I know, but let's just not start. I'm trying to follow this whole thing here. So you gave them money. Was the work completed or not performed when you?
No, they took it out.
Wait, you gotta let me finish. On October 7, 24, you wrote them a check for $55.89,
No,
correct?
I gave them $3,000. I didn't pay the balance till I picked up the car,
When did you give them $3,000?
October 7th, 2024.
All right, but you still were gonna owe a balance of $25.89,
I
right?
picked up my car, correct?
All right. And that you think, or so you think at least, that was when Hussein Hamadi and Ayla Talib were running Greg's Auto Clinic, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hang on. Just let me get my bearings here. All right. So you drop it off on October 7th of 24.
Correct.
You pay them $3,000 and agreed to pay $55.89.
Correct.
Then what happened? The
Uh,
vehicle was taken where?
to Fast Lane Auto on 8 Mile Road in Redford.
On 8 Mile in Redford. And that's where the work was performed?
Correct.
And do you know if Hamadi and Talib owned that?
That I don't know. That I don't know. The same person I dealt with that took my car there is no longer there, and now there's been supposedly 3 new owners since then at that shop as well.
Do you know for a fact that you gave it to Hussein Hamadi?
The person I talked to told me his name is Sam. That's the first time I'm hearing.
And you
his
think
name.
that's who?
Hussein Hamad, that's saying it.
All right, so the work's performed out at Fast Lane Auto on 8 Mile in Redford. And when do you pick up the car?
On the receipt, it says she picked it up on 10/7, one.
That I don't know why they put that, because I know they didn't do an engine the same day. That's,
No, you dropped it
That's
off on
been
8/20. And then work completed on their receipt, it says 10/7. On first.
but they can't be, right? Because I didn't pick it up from Greg's, I picked it up from 8 Mile.
Yeah,
Okay, so wait a minute, slow down. Wait, let me ask you a question. Just wait a second. Wait. So you're telling me you have documentation that indicates they dropped it off on August the 20th, 24?
no, I'm seeing it off of her papers. And
Yeah, I don't,
it says, proposed completion date 8/13/2024. Work completed 8/13/2024. On their work order, Greg's Auto Clinic.
It was
but this
completed?
is just
It says
241.
completed.
That's just for them to show me all the codes.
Wait a minute,
I paid $241 just for them to.
Wait a
tell me.
minute. wait a minute. You're confusing.
Whole thing's confusing. I could sit down and explain it for.
Well, here's the problem. There's gotta be successor liability and I don't see where there is. I mean, I feel bad for you. I'm just trying to figure this out. But I don't think this company is responsible because they entered into an agreement to lease from the owner of the building, the same equipment and I have to have here as far as let me ask you a couple questions. Let me just ask you a couple questions.
Can I say something?
No,
Yes, sir.
do any of the owners that are there at Greg's Auto Service, were any of those working with Greg's Auto Clinic?
The owners of the building, they have over 100 shops. They own a lot of buildings. They run them out to make it. Bless you. So they run them out. So these guys that did,
Did you bring your own tools over there?
of course. So they.
So the tools you didn't purchase from anybody. I mean, you brought them there. You were purchasing the tools
I have,
from Greg's Auto Clinic or the owner.
no, I have my own tools. And I have all the receipts from Snap-on and Matco. So
All right.
this has nothing to do with them. they took everything, whatever they had, and they left. They said they're moving down to their new location. And then their sister-in-law at the time, she knows her. Her name is Brittany Coquel. She was still working for them, and they didn't even tell her that they're done from.
All right, let's talk about the issue of the engine. What's wrong with the engine?
Nothing now. My car runs like a champ now.
How much did you pay to have it? Tell me what happened when you picked it up from Fast Lane.
And actually, that's what I was just going through and wanted to point out here. The paperwork, and that's what threw me off. They're trying to make it sound like they put two engines into my car. And because the first shop didn't replace the turbo, it blew this engine. So now Fastlane gave me a receipt January 27th of 2025 for the second engine that I bought, or that they were putting in with no, there was no proof of the first engine, which I know they didn't install it all. They take it out to the shop that they said was their sister shop, which it isn't, because now I'm finding out about twins. And I've seen employees go
When you
down.
got the car back,
I do have my car back.
you know, but when did you get your car back?
The second engine they're saying they put in, I have the invoice date for January 27th of 2025. I want to say I didn't get it back until like the end of March.
All right, so when you got the car back the first time, right? You
Mhm.
picked it up at Fast Lane.
Yes.
What was wrong? Right?
Yes.
What was wrong with the engine?
I made it from Fast Lane on the freeway to, I think it was 275 and Sibley exit, and the tow truck had to come and get me. The whole entire engine just died because they didn't put a turbo on that I paid for, and it blew the whole engine, is what they're saying. So then now they're getting a legit receipt for the engine, which I kept asking for the first time. Second time around, I have a legit engine receipt with everything. I think that.
Slow down. Do you know where these guys are now? Greg's Auto Service.
I'm Greg's Auto.
Well, I'm sorry, Greg's
Auto Clinic.
Auto Clinic.
All I know is they went to Fastlane. That's where their other locations. And that's what I
But then when
told
I
you.
call Fast Lane, and I even have a recording of this, they say that they sold that shop back to them and they're back at Greg's.
Ma'am, here's the problem. If I were you, I'd talk to a lawyer and have the lawyer assist you in trying to locate the predecessor owners. These guys, I cannot in good conscience, there's nothing here that tells me, wait, let me finish. Why does everybody interrupt me, John? I don't understand. I can't in good conscience enter a judgment against these guys. There's no evidence they purchased assets. It's not the same owners. It's not the same people working there. I mean, I feel bad for you. I really do. But I have to follow the law and I don't see it. And if I was you and you want to pursue this, I'd speak to a lawyer and I would have the lawyer help you, at least give you some ideas as to
I did.
where you might turn.
I figured at the very least, Your Honor, I'd probably walk away with the name, which is probably just gonna be another ghost chase. Unfortunately, I feel like you said, it's just gonna be a really hard lesson learned the expensive way.
It's terrible.
I gave you the names of the owners that took your money, and I already feel bad.
No, I know you,
for
and
what-
I know you did try to call.
And I brought-
No, this is
The day I left, I found out my aunt died.
an honest,
So you're
2 days later, so that's why you didn't hear back from me.
Not a problem.
this is an honest guy here.
I
Yeah.
even looked at her car and checked it out for her and added antifreeze, and I'm the one that told her they did not replace the engine. Because if they did replace her engine, it would have had either written marks on it
Listen,
from the.
where's the old engine at? Where's the
That's
old
what I
engine at?
told her. I'm the one that told her to go up to court.
Where's the old engine at?
I never seen anything with the old engine.
By law, they should have your honor the engine and show it to the
Right.
customer before they dispute any part.
Right.
And that's what I showed
All
Miss
he told me
Amy.
was a core price on the receipt.
So then, if you know I'm honest, why would you write a Google review and put it that you take people to court and all that in Greg's Auto Shop and do not take your car there because they changed one word, either Greg's Auto Clinic to Greg's Auto Shop.
That is what they did.
Well, but
But you're writing it on my website, it's not me. Sweetheart, I know already you're in pain and whatever these scumbags did to you, it's not right, but you're affecting my good. And I told you, anything you need, I'll help you out. I did an oil change, I did the sparkless cleaning for you.
How is
And-
it-
wait a minute, wait,
how
please,
is it-
please,
change-
please, 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 please,
I replaced it.
please, everybody.
Yes, sir.
I made my ruling. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are gonna have to figure it out. There's no way I'm finding him responsible. I'm no cause of action. And you guys can go down the hall and get that. I would consult with the lawyer and have them try to,
Yeah, well, any paperwork that you need on the.
yeah, they'll,
On it, or
Jennifer, give her the personal guarantee that's on there, please.
just the name.
Well, she's gonna give the personal guarantee and she's gonna give you a copy of the judgment, okay?
I appreciate it.
Judge,
a
are you
good day.
sending the copy down? Because we did not put that in M file.
John's bringing it down now.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good luck to you, Devin.
There, I
You too.
saw your appearance on TMZ, by the way.
Oh, boy. Independence Capital Recovery
In
versus.
this case, Amy Lawrence brought a small claims lawsuit after spending thousands of dollars on major engine repairs shortly after buying her car. She testified that after purchasing the vehicle, the check engine light came on, and she took it to Greg's auto clinic, where she was told it needed a new engine. After paying a $3,000 deposit toward a repair totaling over $5,500, her car was moved, without her knowledge, to another shop, Fast Lane Auto, where the work was performed. When she picked the car up, it broke down almost immediately on the freeway and had to be towed back. Amy argued that she was given conflicting explanations, never received clear proof of the first engine replacement, and believed the repairs may not have been done as promised. The current owner of Greg's Auto Service responded that he did not own the business when any of this happened and had no involvement in taking Amy's money or repairing her vehicle. After reviewing both sides, the judge concluded that although Amy's frustration was understandable, there was not enough legal evidence to hold the current owner responsible because he purchased the business after the events took place. The court ruled in favor of Greg's Auto Service, dismissing the claim against the current owner, while advising Amy to speak with a lawyer and consider pursuing the former owners who originally took her payment and handled the repairs.